Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to be showing you flipping through the new Ephemera kit I've just brought out. It's Ephemera add-on Ephemera kit for the Vintage Victorian journal collection for August. So I'm going to have flipped through that with you, and then we're going to make a start on my Vintage Victorian journal. I'll show you what I've done with my signatures, and we're going to make this cover. Okay, so if you're interested in that, stick around and have a look. Hello everyone, this is Fiona. Welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to introduce you to the new add-on kit. It's a Ephemera add-on kit, and it's an add-on to the main Vintage Victorian Romance kit, which is this month's collection, the August collection. So this was the main kit here. I showed it to you in the last video, and also some of the papers and paper dolls that go along with this kit. So this is the add-on Ephemera kit. It has 13 pages. So I just wanted to run through it with you, and then we're going to go ahead and make the cover for the journal. Okay, so here we have some little slide templates, some ovals, journal card, a couple of tickets, some more little journal cards. I have an envelope and these circles, a couple of little stamps, and these here are for making hidden paper clips, and I'll explain those in another video. Here we have some little envelope tuck spots, and just some smaller ephemera under here, and a big circle tag. So I've got 4 tall tags here. We've got these beautiful vintage handkerchiefs, and a vintage sort of a library card or postcard. And this is, I printed this one out twice because I wanted to do something with those little pockets, which I'll show you as well in another video. Here's some little pieces of ephemera, just with florals and writing on there. And you can cut these out as, I'm not sure if you can see, but they've got sort of a raggedy edge. So you can just cut them out and use them as a piece of ephemera in a pocket or something, or a collage, or you can cut them out as a square like this. Here I've got some more handkerchiefs and some large postage stamps, and down here I've put a little tuck spot. So you've got the typewriter, and then you cut out this part of the typewriter and glue it on top as a pocket. So I'll also show you how you can use that. Some more beautiful hankies. They're going to make great pockets. Some hearts, another little lady there. Got some more round tags and stamps. A little ink well and pen there. Just some little strips. Got some large fussy cut roses, a large feather, heart, and some more pieces of ephemera. And then we've got some of those cute paper dolls, the children, some little vintage buttons, some belly bands or bookmarks, whatever you want to use them for. This would also be nice on a spine, if your spine was, what size is that? Just over an inch. So not quite, almost 1 1/4 inches. Yeah, and some little frames like vintage Victorian lace frames. with some more cutouts there. And here we have some little frames, which would make great little tuck spots for photos. Some pockets and some labels here with some words. And this one says, above all, love each other deeply because love covers over a multitude of sins. And that's 1 Peter 4:8. I think that's an 8 in the Bible. And I've just got 3 more bands and cards, little tags, little tiny Polaroids, and just some more snippets and a journal card. So that is the add-on ephemera kit. So that's available on my Ko-fi and Etsy right now, and I'll put the link in the description. Right, so what I want to do today is make the cover. And I'm using this thin chipboard. It's just from the back of a, I think it was a notepad or a paper pad. You know how the back is usually like a chipboard. Just use that. And so I'm just going to do a hard cover for this one. And the measurements, how I got my measurements was I measured my pages from here to here. And then I added on 1/4 inch. So you can see that my pages just fit in there. Because I kind of gape out a little once you folded them. But you can get your craft knife and cut them off. I'm sort of not too worried about that look. So I think the actual pages were 5 1/8 or 5 2/8, and I made they're about 5 1/4. So I made this 5 1/2 by 8 1/4. Because I'm pretty sure the pages are 8 inches. So 5 1/2 by 8 1/4. You'll need 2 of those. And this one here is 1 1/2 by 8 1/4. So I'm going to have 2 signatures, and the spine is 1 1/2. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is to tape this together. I'm just going to go and get my tape. Just 1 second. So the tape I'm using is a paper tape. I got this in, I think, Officeworks in Australia. You can probably get it anywhere where you can find packaging tape. You don't want the shiny one because it's a bit hard to glue things down onto the top of that. So it's just a paper tape. I like it because it's fairly wide and the colour works well with most things. But you can also use masking tape. So first of all, what I'm going to do is glue the front cover piece and the spine together, and I just leave around about, it's a couple of millimeters or about 1/8 or even a 1/16 of an inch, as long as you just leave a little gap for it to be able to fold. And then I'm just going to put my tape down. It's a bit crooked, but that's okay, as long as you catch it in there. I'm going to go around here to the back. This will be covered up, of course. So I'm just going to cut that off. Lost my big scissors again. hold on, I got stuck. We got stuck. It sticks pretty well too to itself. Okay, I'm just going to pull this back if I can. That's stuck really hard. Now I'll have to glue this. Oh, I'm making a mess of it, aren't I? That's what happens when you're filming. Anyway, that's okay. I'm going to glue this down now and then wrap that bit around. But you get what I'm trying to do. I think that's the right glue. Yep. I like using my tacky glue. Glue this down. Right, there we go. And now you can see that it's going to be able to fold because we've left the gap there. Let's do the other side. Hopefully a bit more successful this time. Make sure it's all lined up, your top and bottom, because you don't want a crooked cover. Excuse me if I get my head in the camera. There we go. Right, let's get our tape. Straighter that time. Go to the back and it's tough, very tough tape, guys. That's one of the reasons I like using it too, because you know that your cover is going to be sturdy. You could use fabric as well if you just want to use fabric, but I prefer to use the tape first. Let's just put a little strip across that bit. And there we go. Okay, so there we go. I think that's the inside. And this tape's nice and flexible as well. Okay, so another thing you can do if you want to is all these edges here, you can actually cover them with tape all the way around just to protect your edges if you think that you know, they might get damaged. So that's always a good idea too. But because I'm going to be covering this with some card, I'm not going to worry about that. So I have here, I have two pieces of tea-dyed, it's just tea-dyed cardstock. I think it's 200 GSM, so it's not a very heavyweight card. And I don't want it too heavyweight either, because if you try and cover a book with really heavyweight cardstock, you run the risk of it actually cracking when you fold it. So 200 GSM is plenty, and you could even just do it with a paper if you wanted to. Yeah, I'm just checking, I just wanted to check the size. Didn't do that before. Yeah, so I'm going to need two pieces, but it's not going to fit this way, so I'm going to glue them together this way up. The best thing to do is to use double-sided tape so that you get a nice clean edge. So I have, I think it's 1/2 inch wide double-sided tape. Okay, so let's move the cover out the way. And let's do this. I like to use glue as well, just to make sure. So I'm going to put this strip all the way down the edge of my card. And cut that off there. I'm going to get my bone folder, just cut this end off to make it even. Sorry about my shaky hands, guys. They're bad lately. There we go. Nearly cut my finger then. Okay, so stick that down with my bone folder, burnish it down. Get my glue ready. Take this off. Just do a little line of glue. This just gives you extra stability or extra sticking power. Because you don't want this coming apart. So, shall I do it this way? Yeah, I'm just going to line up the bottom and then top and stick it down. Burnish it down really well. Now, if you can, and it doesn't really matter if you don't, when you are covering, it's a good idea to have this seam so that it falls on the spine, because you don't want it to be on a fold. So, for instance, you don't want it to fall on here or here, because it just gives it more chance of coming apart. So if you can get it to sit somewhere flat or on the spine itself, that's a good idea. But that's pretty much stuck together now, and I'm just looking for my scissors again. Just cut off this little part here. It doesn't matter too much because this will be covered up. It's just going on the inside. I get my paper and actually, not sure what side I want to. This side's more kind of, you know, got pattern markings on it, and this one's more smooth. I think I want the smooth bit on the outside. So I'm going to place my cover so that that is in the centre, and you can see that there's plenty of paper around the edge there. The first thing to do is to put the glue all over my cover. I mean, if you're a newbie, this video will be helpful to you to make a hardcover journal. But some of you probably already know how to do this. But we also all have our, you know, different ways of doing things, so it still might be helpful. And then I'm just going to do this. Probably won't decorate the covers today, but tomorrow is Freebie Friday, so tomorrow you can go ahead and decorate your cover, or if you want to see what I'm going to do on my cover, you might want to wait for the freebie tomorrow. So, turn it over and put that down. Making sure it's all stuck. Some people, with their glue, they will spread it out with a brush. That's a good idea too. I just didn't do that with this one. Just helps to stop any lumps and bumps, but because this is a cardstock, it's going to be fine. It's going to sit flat. Now you can cut around it so you've got a smaller area to fold over, but I don't think I will. So I'll just show you how smooth that is. You've got a really smooth surface there. Okay. But the first thing we need to do is to cut our corners. So we're going to miter our corners like this, cutting almost to that point, but not right on it, because you can end up with a hole and go all the way across. So when I fold this, they should come together, and you should not have a hole in the corner there. Still needs a bit of time for the glue to dry. I'm going to go ahead and do this. You can measure if you feel more comfortable and draw a line. I just did it by eye. Now with these bits here, I'm also going to cut. I'm going to cut at an angle towards this fold here. I'm going to cut at a very slight angle, and then a very slight angle the other way. So you're cutting out like a triangle, because that will decrease the bulk in those folds there when you fold it up. There we go. So the next thing, obviously, is to glue them down. I'm going to start here. And I'm going to just sort of fold and train the paper first to fold, if you like, because that helps to stop any cracking. Just going to glue right on the edge in here. Glue is actually a bit clogged up. Yep, no. Here we go for the third time. Put your glue down there and around, and then down there. Fold it over and burnish. Bit of extra glue there. Now do the other end the same way. Push it down. There we go. Now I'm going to do the same, continue all the way around. Do the same for all of the sides. And you can see my corner there, it's covered. You can't see any of the chipboard because I didn't cut it right to the corner. That's it. I know a lot of people use that art glitter glue, and I have actually never used it, tried it. I haven't seen it anywhere. I guess I can get it online. But I'm happy with my tacky glue. It's just the nozzle. I need one of those pointy nozzles. I do have this one that has a nozzle. Also has tacky glue, but it's very, very hard to squeeze any glue out. Very difficult to squeeze it out. Right, let's get this done so we can get on to the next bit. You should wait for yours to dry before you move on. As far as the binding goes, I'm still thinking about it. I'm not going to bind it today. I think I might do a hidden spine. we will see. Or I may or may not, I may do it off camera and then just show you what I've done. Or I might do it in the next video. Let's see. Okay, so I'm happy with that. It just needs to dry really. So this is what our cover looks like with the tea-dyed paper. And you can see, you probably can't see on this camera, but the join is actually right here. And you can barely see the join at all. Most of this will be covered anyway, it's just our base. Now on the, I just want to show you my signatures so you can see how I've put mine together. Now I've done 2 signatures. They're not huge signatures, but they're big enough. And because once we fill up this journal, it's going to be, you know, quite full. So I've used this page on the front of this signature, that tea dye on the back, another of the Vintage Romance patterned papers, more of the tea dye and lace, butterfly there, tea dye and lace, the pattern papers, a beautiful rose there, more tea dye. So all these papers coordinate. I explained that in the previous video. The pattern papers, beautiful lady there, and then some more of the pattern papers, another beautiful lady there. And then in the centre I've put the Vintage Victorian Roses paper. Got that one there. Teacup page. And that image there. And there's the other little girl. Now, I'm contemplating adding a couple more pages though, probably some tea-dyed paper or coffee-dyed. I think I'm going to add one more page to each signature. Now, this is from a different kit. This is, they asked, oh gosh, oh, we'll link this kit below. I think it's freebie on my Ko-fi. I'm not sure if it's free for everybody or just my members, but I will link everything below so you can check that out. So this is a separate kit, but I think I'm going to include one page, and I've printed in each signature, and I've printed the lined paper on the back. In this signature, I've got the typewriter page, beautiful patterned paper that's sort of Baroque and damask papers with lace. I might move these pages around because some of them are sort of similar ones next to each other. Tea dye and lace, kit page. So, another kit page there, some lined paper. Put this one in the centre with that beautiful scenery and flower there. Tea dyed and lace floral papers, lined paper, beautiful bird, lady there, and this lady there, and then the key on the back. So those are my signatures. How many have I got so far? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think 8 so far, and I think I'm going to do 10. Okay. So that's those, and I think this can be my first signature. Okay. So for the inside, I have cut out some of the damask and Baroque patterned paper, so I'm hoping that when I cut this down, it's going to fit one piece on either side. So I'll just get my paper trimmer. Going to just trim those edges off. And then I will cut it in half. And then we may need to cut it down a little bit more. We shall see. I'm just thinking, if I do a hidden spine, I will actually put the spine in first, because it'll come out, to about here and here. And I don't really want to cover up these papers. So I might just cut them down, but not glue them in just yet. Let's get the halfway point. Trim it again. We'll just get these ready. It'll need trimming down slightly. That one will go in there. Put that one on here. But I'm going to put my binding in first in the next video. So that's that. And now I want to show you what I want to put on the cover, first of all. There will be another element on the cover, like a flippy elephant. Elephant! Oh, God. I don't know what made me say that. I mean a flippy element, not elephant. So I'm going to put paper underneath that. So again, let me cut this down. It's so easy to get your words mixed up when you're talking in a video. Flippy elephant. Oh, gosh. So the height of this is just right. I just need to get those white edges off. And I want to leave about 1/8 of an inch all the way around. So let's close that and have a look. That much. And then I'm just going to get my pencil. I just mark where I need to cut it. I'm just going about 1/8 of an inch off from that edge. Okay. So I'm going to put these beautiful roses on the front. Cut off the white bits. Go. I wonder if this one's going to be big enough. Not quite. I might have to, but I can use this in the journal somewhere, but I might have to look for something else to use on the back. I'm going to do a little bit of inking at this stage. I've got my tea dye express ink, distress ink. Oh, my words are all jumbled up today. First I'm going to go around impress ink. Oh, sorry guys. I don't know why I'm getting my words mixed up today. Oh gosh. If my kids are watching, they'll be, rolling their eyes or laughing because I'm always doing it. I'm always getting my words mixed up as I'm getting older. Okay, so that's that. And I think my sponge had a different colour on it, sepia, because it's a little bit darker than the tea dye is really. It's very faint. It's only a very slight stain, but I actually like the nice subtle colour that it does give to your paper. Okay. So I'm going to glue this down on my cover. Where are we? Here we are. Just wondering how long this video has been now. I don't want it to be too long, but I was going to show you some of the ephemera, like how to use it after you've cut it out. But we'll see, I might have to do that in the next video. I think it's getting a bit long now, so now I'm pretty sure they go that way. Do they? Yes. So I'm just lining up top and bottom, left and right, getting it as centered as I can. There we go. Nice and smooth. Now another trick, if you want to, I used to like doing this, but I haven't done it for a while, is if you wanted your cover to be sort of a bit more smooth, not smooth, but maybe with a bit of a shine to it, and a bit more weatherproof or sort of waterproofish, you can actually go over this with some gel medium, if you have some. Gel matte medium, I don't have any at the moment. but it just sort of seals everything in. Okay, so that is the beginning of the cover of our beautiful Vintage Victorian journal. Oops, there we go. So I think I'll leave it there today because I need to do the binding and then cover the inside. And tomorrow will be the Freebie Friday, and so I'll show you how I'm going to use that on the cover. Okay, so thanks very much for watching, guys, and I hope to see you tomorrow.